and welcome to the first segment of our weekly Thursday press conference. We'll be heading up to EMTA for a special second segment at 11 a.m. this morning. Right now, though, we are very excited to showcase apprenticeship opportunities that are available through the building and construction trades here in Erie. As you know, the fifth element of our vision is that we create an abundance of good family-sustaining jobs. Well, there are many great jobs already available in Erie. Today, we will shine a spotlight on the great apprenticeship opportunities that exist right now here in Erie, especially for young men and women who want a good, family-sustaining job right out of high school. I'm happy to be joined today by TJ Sandell, President of the Great Lakes Building and Construction Trade Council and business agent for the Plumbers Local 27, and by Jim Newber, Business Manager and Financial Secretary for the IBEW Local 56 for professional electricians. They will provide an overview of their apprenticeship opportunities. TJ and Jim, the floor is yours.
Well, good morning. Good morning, Mr. Mayor and staff, and good morning to the citizens of our great city and county. It's a pleasure to be here. This morning, I'm here to speak about opportunities and careers in the building trades. There's some great opportunities for people who, college isn't an option for, or it's not a good fit for them. For the purpose of explanation, I've created some slides here so we can get a better understanding of what's available out there to everyone. So here's our mission: to grow a diversified, skilled professional workforce in all aspects of our industry. Next slide, please. Apprenticeships improve the skills of American workforce. Apprentices enhance the efficiency, quality, and productivity of construction projects in all aspects of the industry. Next slide. Registered apprenticeships are a state-approved program that is registered with the Department of Labor and Industry. Most programs require 6,000 to 10,000 hours of on-the-job training. Apprentices are employees and paid a percentage of the journey worker's salary. 250 hours in the classroom training per year of apprenticeship. Programs are jointly administered by local contractors. Next slide. Joint apprenticeship training committees. A joint apprenticeship training committee whose members consist jointly of representatives of the union and representatives of our signatory contractors. This partnership allows our program to meet the needs of our contractors while producing the most highly skilled workers in the industry. Next slide. Building trades apprenticeship programs are a 501c3 nonprofit. These programs are completely funded by private money and do not use tax dollars or money from student loans. Each program is funded by an hourly contribution by our signatory contractors on behalf of each skilled worker of their respective craft. This partnership with contractors and the trade unions provides funding for apprentice training and ongoing journey worker training. Next slide. What do registered apprentices do? They produce training that lasts a lifetime. Earn while you learn. Contractors provide employment for apprentices during the day, and apprentices attend school in the evening or block training. Produce safety-oriented, drug-free workforce, and all of our members have OSHA safety training, providing opportunities to have a career that pays a living wage, provides health care, retirement, and a pension. A fair day's work for a fair day's pay. Next slide, please. The minimum requirements. To apply to our programs, you must be at least 18 years old, possess a valid driver's license, be a U.S. citizen, have a high school diploma or GED, and have the ability to pass a drug test. Next slide, please. Apprenticeship in the skilled trade. When apprentices become journey workers, they take pride in the hard work they've put in, and they understand the importance of passing the knowledge and skills that they've developed onto the next generation of apprentices that come behind them. That's what registered apprenticeships is all about. That's a quote from Chris Haslinger from my parent organization, United Association. Next slide, please. Careers available. There's brick masons, carpenters, cement masons, electricians, elevator constructors, iron workers, insulators, operating engineers. Those are the folks that run the heavy equipment. Painters, plumbers, roofers, sheet metal workers, steam fitters, The steam fitters handle the HVAC. Sprinkler fitters, the teamster, and the laborer. There's also specialty crafts underneath some of these general crafts. So there's more opportunities available than what I'm actually listing here. Next slide, please. On-the-job training. Like I mentioned earlier in this segment, you get on-the-job training during the day, and then we'll move on to the next slide. Classroom training, either in the evening or sometimes in block training, which would be, 2 weeks at a time or something to that effect. Next slide, please. Rewards for skills gained. Apprentices receive increases in pay as their skills and knowledge increase. This is accomplished by built-in progressive wage increases through the apprenticeship as skill benchmarks are attained by apprentices. Progressive wage increases help reward and motivate apprentices as they advance through their training. Next slide. The benefits of joining the building trades: excellent pay, of course, healthcare, pension and retirement benefits, and I think this is the most important, ongoing education. We keep training you even after you complete the apprenticeship program. Next slide, please. Here's an example, and this is my organization's example of the apprenticeship pay. As you notice, the table in front of you, the column on the left is what we call the journey worker. So that's someone who has already graduated from the apprenticeship. And the first line at the top there is the hourly pay, $41.78. And if you look to the right on that same line, it shows all the different progressions of the years of the apprentice. So it starts out at the first year is a 45% of the journey worker, and that first year entry level apprentice would start out at $18.80 an hour. And as you acclimate through the process of education and you move into the second year, you get incremental increases in pay until you reach that journey worker level. Next slide, please. So application times per trade, I've got them listed right here. Some of them are on a yearly basis, or any time of the year rather. You can go and you can contact me or contact these individual locals, and you can file an application with them. Some of the other trades are time specific. The Boilermakers take applications the third Thursday of the month. The electricians take them the third Friday of the month. The insulators take their applications in June. The operating engineers take theirs in December. Myself, the plumbers, we take ours in February and March. And the steam fitters also take theirs in June. If you want more information about that, you can contact me directly. Next. And speaking of my program is opening applications starting Monday from February 22nd through March 6th at our Erie Training Center, 8150 Hawthorne Drive here in Summit Township. The hours are listed below, so if you want more information about that, you can go ahead and contact me, and I can send you all the information how to apply. Next slide. Again, the requirements for applications with my organization: you need to be 18. You must have a high school diploma or GED. There's a $30 application fee. You must bring your driver's license and a transcript of your high school grades. Next slide. Well, that concludes the slides. So at this time, I'm going to pass this segment on to my colleague, Mr. James Newber with the IBEW, and thank you for your time.
I'm with the IBEW Local 56 in Erie, Pennsylvania. I am the training director here. What TJ had to say, Mr. Sandell had to say about apprentices are pretty much true with all programs. The Local 56 program is a 5-year course. Every apprentice will complete a minimum of 800 hours of classroom training and 8,000 hours at a minimum of on-the-job training. Our apprentices work 40 hours a week during the year, which they earn a wage, and then they go to school at night. they don't get paid to go to school at night, but they do have 3 hours 2 nights a week during the school year. They do get raises, like Mr. Sandell stated, as they progress through the program. Our apprentices receive a raise every 6 months as long as they keep their grades up. They do well on-the-job training, and that's for the total of 5 years. They do get a percentage of the journeyman's wage throughout their career. Our applications that was shown on the one slide we accept them every third Friday of the month. Tomorrow just happened to be an application day, as well as the rest of the 11 months. After the application is completed, each applicant is notified there's a test, an aptitude test on reading and just basic math skills to make sure they have the ability to perform well in the school. After they score at least a 5, or the score on the aptitude test ranks from 0 to 10. So if they score a 5 or above, they're warranted an interview in front of the committee that would decide who the class would be out of the group of applicants. Once you have the interview, you are placed on a waiting list. So that way, if you're not in the top 10 of that list, then for whatever reason, if we need to fill another spot, we'd go back to that list and pull out that spot. Our classes are here in Erie, Pennsylvania. There's no need to travel anywhere. We do not receive any funds from government entities, although some of our apprentices do get compensated for school through the GI Bill. Our program is certified through the GI Bill, the Veterans Administration, that they can utilize these funds to supplement their book costs, or if they have small children for babysitting, whatever the case may be, they do get subsidized for this type of schooling through the GI Bill. Our classes do start in September and run to the end of May. Like I said, 2 nights a week for that time. Anybody that wants more information, we have it all listed on our website at ibewlocal56.org. Anybody can come up to our Union Hall at 185 Penbriar Drive and pick up a sample packet of information that they would need to bring with them on application day to fill out their application on site in person and start the process. It is a very life-sustaining work. I've done it for 39 years out in the field. And I tell all the apprentices I never went to work a day in my life because I really enjoyed what I did. So basically, feel free to come up to the hall and get the information and start. We don't give jobs, we give careers. So thank you. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you very much, Jim, and thank you, TJ. TJ, those slides were great. I really enjoyed them. That was really a good idea. And Jim, please say hi to your parents for me. As you know, we go back many, many years going to Sacred Heart Church together, and I miss seeing them quite a bit. It's great that all the trades offer apprenticeship programs in which candidates receive free on-the-job training with classes in the evening and paid employment during the day. That is a wonderful opportunity. There are many options. I encourage anyone interested in a career in one of the building construction trades to directly contact the ones that interest you. You can check the website or call to find out when they are accepting applications and to find out what you need to do to apply. With many workers reaching retirement age, we need youth who want a good paying job as a plumber, electrician, engineer, carpenter, cement mason, sheet metal worker, iron worker, steam fitter, bricklayer, boiler maker, plasterer, painter, or as a roofer. As TJ mentioned, the application process for the Plumber's Apprenticeship Program is opening up next week. Applications can be picked up between February 22nd and March 6th at the Plumbers Local Union number 27, Erie Training Center. That is located at 8150 Hawthorne Drive in Summit Township. Or you can call 814-455-1731. In order to complete that application, you will need to bring 3 things: a high school diploma or a GED and transcript of high school grades, the $30 application fee, and a valid Pennsylvania driver's license. The city will also share information about apprenticeship programs on our social media channels. These programs provide rewarding pathways to adults, young adults in Erie who have a strong work ethic and are looking for a good family-sustaining job. That wraps up the first half of today's press conference. I hope to see you at EMTA at 11 a.m. for the big reveal that we'll be doing there. Tim and TJ, Jim, and I are now available for interviews about the many apprenticeship opportunities that they just talked about. Thank you very much.